at the beginning of my career, and I needed some sort of an out. And I found that out in endurance sport. And I just got really, really into events and sort of did the classic thing of starting off with some short distance runs, got into triathlon, then got into some quite extreme triathlons, ultra running. And as time went by, just started trying to find more and more extreme events. And typically the sort of things that I was looking for with these races, you know, I just wanted to get away from it and immerse myself in beautiful landscapes somewhere. You know, normally there was a bit of a trip involved. I might have to get a flight or drive for a number of hours to get out somewhere like as far away as possible, to sort of clear my headspace. Years and years and years went by doing these events, and finally I came across this event called the Otalo in Sweden. And the Otalo was the first ever swim run race. And so in 2012, myself and one of my racing buddies turned up to do this event. We were woefully underprepared. We'd never trained together. We had not prepared our kits. We hadn't practiced with the kit. We just thought we'd turn up and have a go. Did the event and absolutely fell in love with the sport. It was the most fun I'd ever had racing, and it was sort of the confluence of all of the things that I look for in endurance sports. And I think that's really down to the format. So for the uninitiated, SwimRun is clearly, self-evidently, it's a swimming and running event. But perhaps what's not so clear is that the format means you race as a pair. So you race in a team of two, and you have to stick together at all times. Some people ask, you know, can one person do the runs? Can one person do the swims? Absolutely not. You're doing it side by side and supporting each other through this course. And the second thing is that there are multiple swims and multiple runs on these courses. So a course could have anywhere from 4 swims and 5 runs up to something like, I don't know, 10 or 11 swims and 12 runs. Because you're chopping and changing and getting in and out of the water all the time, you actually can't have a set of clothes at each of the transitions like you might have with triathlon. So instead, the way the sport has evolved is that people just they essentially wear the kit that they started with throughout the race. So you have to run in your wetsuit and you have to swim in your trainers. So it's that sounds like a lot when you first hear about it. The thought of running in a wetsuit just sounds horrendous. But actually, I'd say the dirty little secret of SwimRun is that it's not so bad. And actually, the wetsuit manufacturers are getting behind the sport and starting to produce SwimRun specific suits, which make the whole task much easier than perhaps it sounds.